Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. I previously came and I talked about how Funky Dineva shared that Hotel reached out to him wanting to get an interview on a large platform. Now, it's since been said that Tasha K may have wanted him to be a part of it. And not so much him, just Funky Dineva, but another larger platform that is male. And listen, to be honest with you, it just really sounds ridiculous because what in the world was Hotel trying to do by having, what, did you want like masculine energy and feminine energy intertwined? Or did you want this to be like a courtroom situation where you have the prosecution side and the defense side? Like what would that have even mattered? It didn't matter if there was going to be a 8-person panel sitting there questioning him or allowing him to speak and then rebutting or asking him for more details or whatever. This is really ridiculous. None of it makes any difference whether it was one person or 100 people that were sitting there asking him questions, because I'm going to let you know something. It's only been a few days in on the app that this so-called interview was released. And just at this moment, as I'm recording this, there are 809 comments. And of the 809 comments, there may be a handful of those that are on his side. And you know, those that are on his side, they're either tuned out of the entire situation, so they're not listening to the details or the facts, and they definitely don't have any background to the situation. Or these are people that are looking at him in a lustful way. And I know because I've been reading the comments and they're saying things like the ones that are on his side that are like, damn, that man is fine. You can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? So these are not people that are listening and looking at it with any type of intelligence. It's just all superficiality, right? So like I said, at this moment, because there are more to come, because I keep getting the notifications on my phone, and I am not exaggerating. Listen, as we're speaking right now, as I'm recording this, another notification just popped up on my phone. I'm not going to say the person's name, but I'll just say so-and-so commented on the explosive Martell Holt finally tells all Melody Holt, Ariel Curry, Sheree Whitfield, and more interview. I keep getting these notifications throughout the day. And this is going to continue to happen because he has really outraged a lot of people with this. So like I said, at this moment, the 809 comments on this interview alone, a handful of them are on his side. Now, there is one person, and I'm not going to name that person. They clearly don't like Melody, and I'm just putting it out there like that because I could tell. You can tell when someone just doesn't like someone just because they don't like someone. It's not because I'm not one of these people that is biased because I like her so much. Whatever, I see right through her. See through what? Some people don't like people for ridiculous reasons, and I don't even want to say ridiculous reasons, but I would say reasons that don't really have any substance. You may not like her singing voice. You may say, I don't think she can sing. That's fine. She's not everyone's cup of tea when it comes to the music. I'm not one of those people that is into her music, but I'm not into a lot of people's music. But I'm not going to down her dream and the fact that she's making that something that's working out, because there's a lot of people out here with big music contracts that cannot sing, and they're doing it. Everybody has a fan base. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to knock anyone's dream. So that's that. Some people, they don't like her hair. They don't like, so I'm just saying there are some people that just come up with superficial reasons as to why they don't care for her. But those are the people, they are like that with a lot of things and people. So that just is what it is. So this person, when someone is making a comment where they're literally stating facts and how they have listened to this interview and they're just really going into depth and detail, that person would respond to their comment to rebut what they're saying. And it's just always something negative about Melody. And I'm like, yeah, this is someone that just doesn't like her. But again, like I said, I'm not going to say that person's name. It just is what it is. But I digress. I wanted to ask the question because I previously talked about Funky Dineva and the fact that he came out to say that Martell reached out to him to do an interview and he declined it because he knew it was just going to be a bash Melody session. Now, I do believe that he meant that. I do believe that he meant that. And the reason why I believe he meant that is because I do remember years ago when he interviewed Melody on his platform. He actually did it live. I believe it was live. And Funky Dineva, he didn't do a whole lot of lives, especially now that he is no longer on TGIF. He's doing those lives when they go live, and that's definitely being petty. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this. I don't believe that he was lying about his feelings as to why he did not want to interview Martell on his platform, or like Tasha K is saying, doing it simultaneously, the both of them doing it together. Martell saying having a man and then having a woman, which was just be ridiculous. But Tasha K responded to that. So now I'm wondering, not saying that Funky Dineva was lying about his reasons as to why he declined it, but for those of you who don't know, Funky Dineva and Tasha K had a falling out. And it had something to do with the Fox Soul situation. So with and Flame Monroe. So now I'm like, okay, so did Funky Dineva put that information out there to be noble, or did he put it out there, to be a thorn in Tasha K's side because now he is not Team Tasha K like he used to be? And look, it's fine, but I'm going to play what she had to say with regards to Funky Dineva's commentary about as to why he declined this interview.
I'm about to make my point, so give me a second. So we have a platform that allows people to share their stories and not be, criticize. I mean, you criticize them, but like the platform is mostly for people who, who feel that they've been abused or have a story, and maybe some other national publication won't allow them to do that. Well, we're nationally. Okay? And it's going to be even bigger here soon. Just bear with me here. And so in reference to the martellholt interview, I want to say this because I'm hearing that, Martell, and I literally just spoke to him. Shout out to Martell for having the courage to come on the platform to get dragged. Okay? That's his truth. Whether we believe in his truth or not, we weren't in that marriage. It was between him, his wife, and his other woman. Okay? Period. Now, when it comes to how the story came about, let me just say this. Martell, and this is the absolute truth, Martell reached out to me first. He asked me, Tasha, I need a man that can hammer me. He asked me that.
I'm sorry, I have to pause. I have to pause that for a moment because I have to pause that for a moment because what in the world? What in the world was he asking for? He said he needed a man. He said he needed a man to hammer him. I don't think that's what Martell meant. When he said he needed a man to hammer him or swallow him up, maybe. Listen, I'm sorry. I just had to add that in there.
And then he threw out some names. Now, yes, he made some calls, but this was supposed to be organized, and I was always the first and only one to do it. And whoever was going to join that was a male was going to be in the interview that we facilitated, that we paid for, because we do that kind of thing. We have studios, microphones, we have a camera team, we have all of that for our guests, and we don't sit in front of green screens with no microphones hollering about, I declined an interview.
Messy, definitely throwing shots at Funky Dineva. And, I mean, it's not like she's lying, but you know what I mean.
So this is all I want to say. It's not up to me to turn down an interview that I know regardless y'all will want to hear, whether it's fuck shit or not. That's not why we built the platform. The platform is for y'all. And so if Martell is bold enough to get up and share his truth, whether y'all like it or not, that's for y'all. I'm not a gatekeeper. And why do we have platforms if we're going to gatekeep? And frankly, I thought it would have been amazing had we would have been able to tag team. That's all I'm going to say, okay?
And I do believe her with that. I'm not going to say that she's lying about the setup and her facilitating everything, because clearly she's got the wherewithal, she's got the place and access and the production to do that. I don't believe that Funky Dineva was the only one. I believe that is someone that he called because Martell has his number. So why wouldn't he call him and try to make it happen on his own? Because he called Tasha K to facilitate the interview. And a lot of people don't agree with her giving him the platform to speak. I'm not saying that I don't understand those people's feelings, but this is her platform and this is what she does. And like she said, she isn't here to say whether this person should be able to speak or not, because I have a platform that a lot of people like himself, he would not be able to get on and speak the way that he was able to speak. But ultimately, Tasha K knew that this was going to draw numbers on her app as well as on YouTube. And she did it for the money. If she didn't think that there would be any money behind the situation, she would not waste her time with it, because Tasha K is not this person's friend. As much as some people may want to believe that or thinks that she hates Melody or whatever, none of this is personal to her. I mean, honestly, she streams Bondi Blues content from her YouTube channel onto her app. And Bondi Blue, I believe, is like friends of Melody. So do you think that this is personal for Tasha K? It absolutely isn't. I'm not saying that people don't have the right to feel how they want to feel, but I do believe what she's saying. And Funky Dineva, he has a right to say what he wanted to say when it comes to Martell reaching out to him too. But was he being messy when he put that information out there? Or was he being noble to say, well, listen, I wasn't going to do it because I just knew it was just going to be a bash Melody session. But we all know that she is not one of Funky Dineva's favorite people. And I'm talking about Melody, because he came out and said that. He said that he's not down for Melody. Now, Tasha K, she didn't even say that. She has said some things that may not have been very favorable about Melody, like saying that Melody can't sing and, and talking about, the girlfriend situation and coming on the show. Yeah, some things definitely, disrespectful, but she didn't just come right out and say, Melody ain't my type of chick. I don't rock with Melody or whatever. And then honestly seeming like you're befriending Martell. She's not befriending him. She is working. She is doing what she does in her business. But I'm sorry, when she said that Martell said he needed a man that could hammer him, I said, well, maybe you misunderstood him, Tasha, because there have been rumors out there now. And even this chick that he's now trying to big up and give kudos to and saying put some respect on her name, she's the same one that insinuated that he likes to get some things slid between his cheeks, if you know what I mean, and not by her or women. So let's just be clear about that. But anyway, I have to say that this interview that he did not do him any favors. As we speak, it's already got over 809 comments, and only a handful of them are on his side. So yeah, guys, that's the end to that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye. Wonder if we maybe